Today we're looking at creepy photos with even creepier stories. Let's get it started. In 1904, 24-year-old O.C. Sneed was administered a lethal overdose by her own family. They killed her just to collect the $32,000 in insurance money. During her life, her mother kept her drugged with morphine and forced her to stay in bed. Her family members were eventually caught and found guilty. This woman's picture was taken in the 1990s, and her family swears that there was no one standing behind her. But this picture shows a man standing in the back. The deceased man was her husband, who died 13 years earlier. This photo was taken of a man nicknamed the Mad Bomber in his prison cell. He planted 33 bombs in public places, of only which 22 detonated. 15 people were injured in these bombings, which could have been a lot worse. The man who took this photo was shocked when he discovered what he accidentally caught on camera. A wedding was to take place at the Hertfordshire farm, and the couple wanted some pictures of the location for guest invitations. So their photographer took a couple photos, went home and uploaded them to his computer, but he was shocked to find something strange near the old barn. What looked like a child dressed in all white was peering back at him from the side of the building. When he took the pictures, nobody else was at the farm, not even the owners and staff. The child appeared to have a mysterious glow around them as well. Just before the wedding, the couple asked the owners if there was any ghost stories about the farm, and they said that occasionally they'd see a small boy dressed in white bedclothes walking around the barn. What's even more interesting is that neither the couple or the photographer ever showed the owners the picture before asking the question.
5 haunting photos taken right before disaster. This photo was taken of 2 brothers at a national park in California. Their hair started to float up, which they thought was pretty funny. Little did they know that they'll be struck by lightning moments later. This photo was taken aboard Malaysian Airlines Flight 17. This boy, Gary Slock, and his mother thought they were about to go on vacation, but sadly a missile took down the plane, taking the lives of everyone on board. This photo was taken at the top of a mountain by a hiker in Yosemite. After uploading this photo online, he went missing, only to be found 1 month later at the bottom of the cliff. This is the last ever photo taken of Paul Walker. Soon after getting into this car, he would be involved in a crash that would take both his life and the driver's. And this looks like a photo of a normal couple at Niagara Falls, but it actually captures the last moments of this woman in red. She climbed over the railing, but when she tried climbing back, she slipped and fell. Sadly, she lost her life in the process.
Hi, today we're going to go over some normal pictures that will haunt you after you learn the backstory. And as always, trigger warning. This first photo is a photo of a bunch of astronauts doing a pretty typical water exercise and just looking like they're relaxing. God, I wish that was it. These astronauts to the right of me are actually a part of the space crew for Apollo 1. Apollo 1 would later go on to malfunction and blow up, and that shuttle to the left of me is the same shuttle that these astronauts would die in. For this next one, we have a seemingly normal photo of a man underwater while he's scuba diving, and what looks like to be his homie in the back swimming away. But we all know the picture would not be in this video if that was the case. You see, the man in the front got a good picture, but unbeknownst to him, his friend in the background, who looks like he's swimming away, actually just lost consciousness, and he would later die.
Pictures with scary stories attached to them. This picture may look normal, but the woman on the left is actually dead. The husband decided to take this picture 2 days after her death, but this was a really common thing in the 19th century.
The photo behind me looks pretty normal, right? This couple was just taking a normal picture at Niagara Falls. However, moments after this photo was taken, the girl in the red sweatshirt lost her footing. She ended up falling down into the falls. Though they recovered her body, she did not survive.
Normal looking photos that have a disturbing backstory, part 20. This photograph was taken by Rodney Alcala, the dating game murderer. No one knows who this woman is, not even Rodney. He killed over 130 women and claims that this one was just lost among the shuffle. While this appears to be an ordinary group of people eating ice cream and playing music, it is actually a group of officers at the concentration camp Auschwitz during the Holocaust. This is Sheila Frederick, a flight attendant. She noticed that a terrified girl was accompanied by an older man, so she left a note in the bathroom on which the victim wrote that she needed help. She contacted the police, who saved her from a human trafficker. The Soviet Union actually used to airbrush people out of photos when they fell out of favor with the leadership. While this photo may appear to be of a little girl holding her younger sibling, it is actually of Lena Medina, the youngest girl to ever give birth, who had her son in Peru in 1939, after she was sexually assaulted at the age of 5.
Pictures with creepy backstories, part 1. This is a picture of Blanche Monnier. Monnier was locked in an attic for 25 years by her mom and never seen sunlight. When she was found, she was covered in old food and bugs and only weighed 55 pounds. Pictures with disturbing backstories, part 2. This is a picture of Mary the elephant being hung. Mary's owner often abused her, so one day Mary trampled her owner to death. In response to this, Mary the elephant was hung.